Have you ever looked at a challenge and thought, that seems impossible to do alone? Or wondered how some people achieve what seems beyond reach while others struggle? Every day, we face situations that test our limits. Whether it's a personal goal, a career ambition, or even a simple task, the belief in our ability to succeed can make all the difference. What if the key to achieving the impossible lies within us, waiting to be unlocked? Consider the story of a person who decided to climb a daunting mountain alone. They trained for months, faced their fears, and persevered through tough conditions. With each step, they realized that the journey was as important as the destination. This example shows us that with determination and self-belief, even the most challenging goals can be achieved alone. Welcome to Wisdom Woven, where we explore profound insights that can transform your life. Here, you will find wisdom drawn from various philosophies, including Buddhism, that can guide you on your journey toward achieving the impossible. If you find value in our content, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. There are so many views on this channel, but only 0.2% subscribe. Your support helps us continue bringing valuable insights to you. In this video, we will delve deep into how embracing solitude can lead to self-discovery and empowerment. Throughout the following sections, you'll uncover strategies and philosophies that can help you overcome doubts, cultivate resilience, and ultimately achieve greatness alone. So, stay with us on this journey as we unravel the power of individuality and the incredible potential that lies within each of us. Embracing solitude, a path to self-discovery. In our busy lives, we often find ourselves surrounded by people. Yet, we might still feel lonely or disconnected. The first step toward achieving the impossible is to embrace solitude. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely. Instead, it's a chance to connect with ourselves deeply. Think about a quiet moment. Maybe you sit by a window, listen to the rain, or take a walk in nature. In these moments, your mind is free from distractions. You can reflect on your thoughts and feelings. This is the essence of solitude. It allows us to tune into our true selves, understand our desires, and discover our strengths. In Buddhism, solitude is seen as a sacred space for growth. It's in these quiet moments that we can face our inner thoughts without judgment. When we are alone, we can explore what really matters to us. This self-exploration is crucial for anyone looking to achieve great things. It helps us clarify our goals and align our actions with our true purpose. Many great thinkers and leaders found strength in solitude. They used these moments to dream big and set clear intentions. For example, a famous scientist once said that the best ideas often come when he was alone in his lab, deep in thought. This shows how solitude can spark creativity and innovation. When we embrace solitude, we can also confront our fears. Often, we are afraid of failure or judgment. In a crowd, these fears can grow louder, but in solitude, we can face them head-on. We learn that failure is just a part of the journey, not the end. With this understanding, we can push forward with courage. Imagine a candle in a dark room. When it stands alone, it shines brightly, but when surrounded by many lights, its glow can seem dim. This is like our inner strength. In solitude, we can truly see how bright we can shine. We learn to trust our abilities and believe in ourselves. Solitude also teaches us patience. In a world that moves fast, we often want quick results. However, great achievements take time. By spending time alone, we can develop the patience needed to see our efforts grow. We learn that every step, no matter how small, brings us closer to our goals. Moreover, solitude allows us to disconnect from the noise of everyday life. Social media, constant notifications, and the rush of work can distract us from our path. By stepping back, we can focus on what really matters. This clarity is essential for achieving the impossible. When our minds are clear, we can make better decisions. Buddhism emphasizes mindfulness as a way to enhance our solitude. Mindfulness is being present in the moment, fully aware of our thoughts and feelings. When we practice mindfulness during our alone time, we deepen our self-understanding. We become more aware of our emotions and reactions, which can guide us in challenging situations. As we embrace solitude, we can also develop a sense of inner peace. This peace is a powerful ally in our journey. When we are calm, we can think more clearly and act more decisively. Inner peace helps us manage stress and remain focused on our goals, even when challenges arise. One might wonder, how do we start embracing solitude? Begin with small steps. Set aside a few minutes each day just for yourself. Sit in silence, go for a walk, or enjoy a cup of tea without distractions. Notice how it feels to be alone with your thoughts. Over time, you'll find these moments become more valuable. Another way to embrace solitude is through journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process your experiences. It's a way to explore your mind and heart without outside influence. You might be surprised by what you discover about yourself. When we spend time in solitude, we can also reflect on our relationships. Sometimes, we may cling to connections that no longer serve us. Solitude allows us to evaluate these relationships honestly. We can choose to nurture those that uplift us and let go of those that hold us back. As you embrace solitude, remember that it's a journey. It may feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you are used to constant company. But with practice, you'll find strength in those moments of stillness. Each time you face your thoughts alone, you become more resilient and self-assured. Ultimately, embracing solitude is about finding your own voice. In a world full of opinions, it's easy to lose sight of what you truly want. Solitude helps you strip away the noise and connect with your inner self. It's here that you can set intentions that resonate with your true essence. In summary, embracing solitude is a powerful step toward achieving the impossible. It's a chance to discover who you are, face your fears, and cultivate patience. By spending time alone, you'll find clarity, creativity, and inner peace. Each moment of solitude brings you closer to your goals, helping you unlock the incredible potential within you. So, take a deep breath, embrace your alone time, and watch how it transforms your journey. The journey of the lone traveler. In life, every journey begins with a single step. But what does it mean to be a lone traveler? It means you set out on your path, guided by your inner strength and wisdom. Imagine walking a quiet forest trail, surrounded by trees that have stood for centuries. Each step is yours alone, and every sound is amplified. The rustling leaves, the chirping birds. This is where you find clarity. Being a lone traveler teaches you to rely on yourself. It's about discovering your own thoughts and feelings without distractions. You might ask yourself, what do I truly want? What are my dreams? This self-reflection is vital. Just like a traveler on a mountain, you might face steep climbs and rocky paths, but each challenge helps you grow stronger. Many great thinkers and leaders have walked alone at some point. Think of Buddha, who left his palace to seek truth. He wandered alone, seeking answers to life's big questions. His journey was not easy, but it led him to enlightenment. This shows us that being alone can lead to profound insights. As you travel your path, it's natural to feel doubts. You might wonder, can I really do this? Remember, doubt is part of the journey. A lone traveler learns to embrace these feelings. Each time you face doubt, you have a chance to prove it wrong. You can ask, what evidence do I have that I can't succeed? Often, you'll find that you are stronger than you think. Finding a balance is essential. While solitude is important, connecting with others can enrich your journey. Think of it as sharing stories around a campfire. You gather wisdom from fellow travelers, but you still walk your path. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, but always remember that your journey is yours alone. Let's explore the importance of setting intentions. Before you embark on any journey, it's helpful to know where you want to go. Intention acts like a compass, guiding your steps. It helps you stay focused when distractions arise. Ask yourself, what is my intention for this journey? Write it down and revisit it often. This keeps your purpose clear. During your journey, you might encounter obstacles. They can feel overwhelming, like a storm on the horizon. But just as storms pass, so too will your challenges. Each obstacle is a chance to learn. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as teachers. What lessons can they offer? How can you grow from them? This mindset will turn difficulties into opportunities. Another aspect of the lone traveler is patience. Some journeys take time. Just as a seed grows slowly into a tree, your progress may not always be visible. Trust the process. Each small step you take is a part of your growth. Celebrate these steps, no matter how small they seem. It's also important to enjoy the journey itself. Sometimes, we focus so much on the destination that we forget to appreciate the path. Take moments to breathe deeply, observe your surroundings, and enjoy the little things. A beautiful sunset, a gentle breeze, or a moment of stillness can bring joy and remind you why you started. As you walk this path, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude opens your heart and shifts your perspective. Each day, think of 3 things you are grateful for. This practice helps you see the abundance in your life, even during tough times. Remember that the journey of the lone traveler is not a lonely one. Many have walked this path before you, each with their unique stories and experiences. You are part of a larger tapestry of seekers, all striving to achieve their dreams. Finally, understand that your journey will evolve. What starts as a quest for one goal may lead you to unexpected places. Be open to change. Sometimes, the path you didn't plan for can lead to the most beautiful destinations. Trust that each step you take, even if it feels uncertain, is guiding you to where you need to be. In conclusion, being a lone traveler is a powerful experience. It teaches self-reliance, resilience, and the joy of discovery. Embrace the solitude, face the challenges, and celebrate every small victory. Your journey is uniquely yours, filled with lessons and growth. Remember, every step counts, and each moment brings you closer to achieving the impossible. Keep walking your path, for you are capable of great things. Mindfulness and focus, keys to success. In our busy world, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We often juggle many tasks and distractions, which can make it hard to focus. Mindfulness is a powerful practice that can help us cut through the noise and center ourselves. It teaches us to be present in the moment, which is essential for achieving our goals. Imagine you're trying to complete a project. Your mind wanders to all the things you need to do, like responding to emails or planning dinner. This scattered thinking can slow you down and make it hard to finish your task. But when you practice mindfulness, you learn to bring your attention back to what you are doing right now. You can focus on the task at hand without being pulled away by other thoughts. Mindfulness starts with simple breathing exercises. Take a moment to close your eyes and take deep breaths. Inhale slowly through your nose, hold for a moment, and then exhale through your mouth. With each breath, feel your body relax. This practice helps clear your mind and allows you to approach your tasks with a fresh perspective. In Buddhism, mindfulness is an important teaching. It encourages us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By doing this, we can understand ourselves better. When we know what distracts us or what causes anxiety, we can find ways to manage those feelings. This self-awareness is a crucial step towards staying focused on our goals. Let's say you want to start a new habit, like exercising regularly. At first, it might feel difficult. You may think of all the reasons to skip a workout, but with mindfulness, you can acknowledge those thoughts without letting them control you. You might say to yourself, "I feel tired today, but I can still do a short workout." This shift in thinking can empower you to take action instead of giving in to doubt. Another aspect of mindfulness is setting intentions. Before starting your day, take a moment to think about what you want to achieve. Instead of rushing into tasks, ask yourself, what do I want to focus on today? Setting clear intentions helps guide your actions and keeps you on track. Mindfulness also teaches us to appreciate the journey. Often, we focus so much on the end goal that we forget to enjoy the process. When you practice mindfulness, you learn to find joy in each step. Whether it's the satisfaction of completing a small task or the excitement of learning something new, celebrating these moments fuels your motivation. Let's think about a painter working on a canvas. Each brushstroke is important, and each moment spent mixing colors or stepping back to see the whole picture contributes to the final masterpiece. Just like the painter, when we approach our goals with mindfulness, we can create something beautiful, one step at a time. Being mindful also helps reduce stress. When we're overwhelmed, our minds can race with worries about the future or regrets about the past. Mindfulness brings us back to the present, reminding us that we have the power to act now. When we focus on what we can do today, we lessen the weight of our concerns. As you practice mindfulness, it's normal to find your mind wandering. This is part of the process. Each time you notice your thoughts drifting, gently guide your attention back. Over time, This practice builds your ability to concentrate and stay focused on your goals. Incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. You can start with just a few minutes each day. Whether you meditate, go for a walk, or simply sit in silence, finding moments to practice mindfulness can greatly improve your focus and productivity. Remember, the goal of mindfulness is not to eliminate distractions entirely. Instead, it's about learning how to manage them. When distractions arise, mindfulness helps you recognize them without getting caught up in them. This skill is vital for anyone aiming to achieve the impossible. In summary, mindfulness and focus are essential tools on your journey to success. By practicing mindfulness, you can clear your mind, set intentions, and appreciate the process. With these skills, you'll find it easier to stay on track and overcome challenges, making the impossible feel within reach. Embrace mindfulness and watch how it transforms your ability to achieve your goals. Overcoming doubts and fears. In life, doubts and fears are like shadows that follow us. They whisper in our ears, telling us we are not good enough or that we will fail. But what if we could turn those shadows into light? What if we could see fears not as obstacles, but as teachers? Imagine you are standing at the edge of a deep forest. You want to explore what lies beyond, but fear holds you back. What if you take a moment to breathe and listen to that fear? Instead of running away, you can ask yourself, what is this fear trying to tell me? Often, fears come from the unknown. By facing them, you begin to understand them. Buddhism teaches us that fear is a part of life. It does not mean we are weak. It shows we are human. The first step to overcoming doubt is to acknowledge it. When we recognize our fears, we take away some of their power. Instead of ignoring them, we can say, I see you, and I am ready to move forward. A simple exercise can help you with this. Take a piece of paper and write down your fears. It could be anything: fear of failure, fear of being alone, or fear of judgment. Once you write them down, look at each one. Ask yourself, is this fear true? What evidence do I have? You might find that many fears are just thoughts, not facts. Next, shift your focus from fear to action. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Try asking, what can I learn from this experience? Each step you take, no matter how small, can help build your confidence. Remember, even the tallest mountains are climbed one step at a time. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can also help. Share your fears with trusted friends or mentors. Often, they can offer a new perspective and encouragement. Hearing someone say, "You can do this," can light a spark within you. Another powerful practice is mindfulness. When doubts arise, pause and take a deep breath. Focus on the present moment. Remind yourself that right now, you are okay. This moment is where you have power. Worrying about the future only adds weight to your journey. Visualizing success can also help reduce fear. Close your eyes and imagine achieving your goal. Feel the joy, the excitement, and the pride that comes with it. This practice can shift your mindset from fear to possibility. Remember the story of the lotus flower. It grows in muddy water, but blooms beautifully above the surface. Just like the lotus, you can rise above your doubts and fears. The journey may be challenging, but every challenge is an opportunity to grow. As you continue on your path, it's important to practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself when doubts arise. Everyone faces challenges. It's part of being human. Instead of criticizing yourself, acknowledge your efforts and celebrate small victories along the way. Finally, embrace failure as a stepping stone. Every successful person has faced setbacks. The key is not to let fear of failure stop you. Instead, see each setback as a lesson that brings you closer to your goal. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? In the end, overcoming doubts and fears is a journey of self-discovery. It's about finding the courage to move forward, even when the path seems uncertain. With every step, you will build confidence and resilience, proving to yourself that you can achieve the impossible alone. So, take a deep breath, face your fears, and let your light shine. The role of determination in achievement. In our lives, determination is like the light that guides us through darkness. Imagine standing at the foot of a tall mountain. The peak seems far away, and the path is rocky. You may feel tired, and doubts can creep in. But determination is what keeps you moving. step by step. It's the voice inside you that says, keep going. You can do this. Buddhism teaches us the importance of perseverance. In the face of challenges, we learn that true strength comes from within. When we set a goal, we often face obstacles. Maybe it's a lack of support from others or our own fears that hold us back. But remember, every great achievement starts with the decision to try. Just like the lotus flower that rises from the mud, we can grow and shine even in tough situations. Think of a time when you wanted to give up, but something inside pushed you to keep going. That feeling is determination. It is the fire that burns in your heart, urging you to overcome every barrier. When you encounter setbacks, it's easy to feel defeated, but each setback can be a lesson. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This mindset is crucial. Instead of seeing failure as the end, view it as a stepping stone. Determination is not just about hard work. It's about believing in yourself. Each time you choose to push forward, you build confidence. This confidence fuels your journey. When you believe that you can achieve something, you open doors to possibilities. Even when the path seems unclear, trust that your determination will guide you. One powerful practice is setting small, achievable goals. Instead of focusing solely on the big picture, break your journey into smaller parts. Each small victory builds momentum. Celebrate those moments. Did you write a page of your book today? Did you finish a workout? Each step counts. Acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. This creates a cycle of positivity and determination. Buddhism encourages us to stay present in our efforts. When we focus on the now, we can give our best in each moment. It's easy to get lost in thoughts of what might go wrong or how far we still have to go. But when we stay present, we can tackle challenges as they come. Take a deep breath and concentrate on what you can do today. Another aspect of determination is resilience. Life will test you, but how you respond is what matters. Picture a bamboo tree bending in the wind. It may sway and bend, but it doesn't break. This is resilience in action. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, how can I adapt? Being flexible allows you to navigate obstacles with grace. Moreover, surrounding yourself with positive influences can enhance your determination. Seek out people who inspire you. Their energy can lift you up and keep you focused on your goals. Share your dreams with them. Talking about your aspirations can strengthen your commitment. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Now, let's think about the power of visualization. Many successful individuals practice this technique. Picture your goal as if you've already achieved it. Feel the emotions, the excitement, and the sense of accomplishment. This practice creates a strong connection between your mind and your aspirations. The more you visualize, the more real your goal becomes. As you move forward, it's essential to practice self-compassion. Sometimes, you may fall short of your goals. Instead of being hard on yourself, treat yourself with kindness. Understand that setbacks are part of growth. They do not define you. Every successful person has faced failures along the way. What sets them apart is their determination to rise again. Remember, determination is not a race. It's a journey. There will be ups and downs, but each experience shapes you. Trust in your ability to learn and grow. The more you face challenges head-on, the stronger you become. With each step, you're not just moving closer to your goal. You're becoming a more resilient version of yourself. Finally, keep your passion alive. What drives you? What makes your heart sing? Connect with that passion regularly. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply spending time in nature, engage with what you love. This connection will fuel your determination and keep your spirit high. In conclusion, determination is a vital force in achieving the impossible. It's the inner strength that pushes you to keep going, even when the path is tough. By embracing challenges, setting small goals, staying present, and practicing resilience, you can unlock the power of determination. Remember, every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Trust yourself and keep moving forward. Learning from failures, a Buddhist perspective. In life, failure is often seen as a negative experience. Many of us fear it, avoid it, or feel ashamed when it happens. But in Buddhism, failure is viewed differently. It is seen as a teacher, a vital part of our journey. When we shift our perspective on failure, we can learn and grow from it. Imagine a seed planted in the ground. For it to grow, it must first break apart. This process can seem painful, but it is necessary for the seed to become a strong plant. Similarly, our failures can break us down, but they also allow us to build ourselves back up, stronger and wiser. When we fail, we often experience disappointment and frustration. But what if we took a moment to sit with those feelings? In Buddhism, mindfulness teaches us to observe our emotions without judgment. Instead of pushing away the pain of failure, we can acknowledge it, understand it, and learn from it. This process can lead to valuable insights. Let's consider the story of a famous figure, Thomas Edison. He is known for inventing the light bulb, but did you know he failed over 1,000 times before succeeding? Each failure taught him something new. He didn't see those moments as wasted time, but as steps toward his ultimate goal. By embracing failure, he transformed setbacks into lessons. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence reminds us that everything is temporary, including our failures. This means that just as pain and disappointment come, they will also pass. By recognizing this, we can approach our failures with a sense of calm and acceptance. Instead of feeling trapped by our mistakes, we can see them as opportunities for growth. Another important lesson from Buddhism is the idea of non-attachment. We often attach our self-worth to our successes. When we fail, we feel like we have lost a part of ourselves. However, by practicing non-attachment, we can separate our identity from our achievements. This means that our worth is not defined by our successes or failures. We are valuable simply because we exist. When we experience failure, it's helpful to reflect on what went wrong. This isn't about blaming ourselves. It's about understanding the situation. What can we learn? What choices did we make? This kind of reflection helps us gain clarity and insight, guiding us toward better decisions in the future. Buddhism encourages us to practice self-compassion during these times. Instead of criticizing ourselves for failing, we should treat ourselves with kindness. Imagine talking to a friend who is feeling down after a setback. You would likely offer them support and encouragement. We should extend the same compassion to ourselves. This gentle approach helps us heal and move forward. As we learn from our failures, it's also essential to share our experiences with others. When we open up about our struggles, we create connections. Others can learn from our journeys, and we can find comfort in knowing we are not alone. This sense of community is vital, especially when facing challenges. In Buddhism, the idea of right effort is crucial. This means putting in the necessary work, but also knowing when to step back. Sometimes, after a failure, we might feel the urge to push harder. However, it's important to find balance. Instead of forcing ourselves, we should allow time for reflection and healing. This right effort leads to sustainable growth. Let's look at another example, a student who fails an exam. Instead of feeling defeated, they can ask themselves, what can I learn from this? Perhaps they realize they need to change their study habits or seek help from a teacher. By approaching the situation with curiosity instead of despair, they can turn a setback into an opportunity for improvement. Moreover, failures can teach us resilience. Each time we face a setback and rise again, we build our strength. Just like a muscle that gets stronger with exercise, our ability to bounce back improves with each challenge. This resilience is a powerful tool that can help us navigate future obstacles. In Buddhism, the practice of meditation can also aid us in dealing with failure. When we meditate, we create a space to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. This practice allows us to process our experiences more deeply, helping us learn from them. Through meditation, we can cultivate a mindset that embraces failure as part of our journey. Remember, even the most successful people have faced numerous failures. They are not defined by these moments, but by how they respond to them. They choose to learn, adapt, and grow. This mindset is essential for anyone seeking to achieve great things alone. In summary, failure is not the end. It is a stepping stone on the path to success. By viewing failure through the lens of Buddhism, we can learn to embrace it as a valuable teacher. We can practice mindfulness, non-attachment, and self-compassion, allowing us to transform our setbacks into opportunities for growth. Each failure brings us one step closer to our goals, guiding us toward our true potential. The strength of inner peace. In a world full of noise and chaos, finding inner peace can feel like an impossible task. But what if I told you that this peace is not something you seek outside, but something you can cultivate within? Inner peace is like a calm lake, reflecting clarity and strength. When you achieve this state, you can face challenges with a steady heart and mind. Imagine a tree swaying in the wind. The storm may bend its branches, but its roots stay firm in the ground. This is what inner peace can do for you. It helps you stay grounded when life gets tough. You can find this peace through simple practices, such as mindfulness and meditation. These are not just words. They are tools that can transform your life. Mindfulness teaches us to live in the moment. When you focus on the here and now, you stop worrying about what has happened or what might happen. This practice can be as simple as paying attention to your breath. Take a moment to close your eyes and feel the air filling your lungs. Notice how it feels. This small act can calm your mind and bring you back to the present. Meditation is another way to cultivate inner peace. You don't need to sit for hours in silence. Start with just a few minutes each day. Find a quiet spot, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. If thoughts arise, acknowledge them and let them drift away, like clouds passing in the sky. Over time, you will notice that these moments of calm help you handle stress better. In Buddhism, inner peace is seen as a state of being that allows us to connect with our true selves. When you are at peace, you can see things clearly and make better choices. You no longer react out of anger or fear. Instead, you respond with wisdom and compassion. This is the strength that comes from within. Another important aspect of finding inner peace is acceptance. Life is full of ups and downs, and resisting change can lead to suffering. Accepting things as they are does not mean giving up. It means understanding that some things are beyond your control. This acceptance frees you from unnecessary stress and helps you focus on what truly matters. Practicing gratitude can also enhance your inner peace. Take time each day to reflect on what you are thankful for. This simple act shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It creates a positive mindset that nurtures peace within you. When you appreciate the small things, life becomes richer and more fulfilling. Letting go is another vital step in achieving inner peace. We often hold onto past hurts, regrets, and fears. These weigh us down and cloud our judgment. Learning to let go does not mean forgetting. It means choosing not to allow these burdens to control your life. This process may take time, but it is essential for your mental and emotional well-being. In difficult moments, remind yourself of your inner strength. You have faced challenges before and emerged stronger. When you tap into your inner peace, you gain resilience. This resilience helps you rise after every fall, no matter how many times it happens. You become like the lotus flower, which grows beautifully from muddy waters. Your struggles can lead to growth and enlightenment. Surround yourself with positivity. This means connecting with people who uplift and inspire you. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you fill your life with positive influences, you naturally cultivate a peaceful state of mind. As you continue on your journey, remember that achieving inner peace is not a destination but a lifelong practice. It requires patience and commitment. Celebrate small victories along the way. Each moment of calm, each act of kindness brings you closer to your goal. In summary, the strength of inner peace lies within each of us. By embracing mindfulness, acceptance, gratitude, and resilience, we can navigate life's challenges with grace. This inner calm empowers you to achieve the impossible, guiding you through every storm. So take a deep breath, find your center, and let your inner peace shine brightly in the world. Cultivating resilience through challenges. In life, challenges are like storms. They come unexpectedly and can feel overwhelming. But just as trees bend in the wind without breaking, we too can learn to bend and adapt. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them head-on and growing stronger from the experience. When we encounter a challenge, it can be easy to feel defeated. We might think, "Why is this happening to me?" Or, "I can't handle this." But what if we shift our mindset? Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, we can view them as opportunities for growth. Every struggle we face can teach us something valuable. Take, for example, the story of a woman who lost her job. At first, she felt hopeless and uncertain. But then, she decided to use this time to learn new skills. She enrolled in online courses, connected with new people, and explored her passions. What started as a setback turned into a chance to reinvent herself. This is resilience in action. Buddhism teaches us that suffering is part of life. We all face pain, loss, and disappointment. But through understanding and acceptance, we can find peace. When we embrace our struggles, we learn to let go of the need for everything to be perfect. This acceptance allows us to respond to challenges with clarity and strength. To cultivate resilience, we can practice mindfulness. Mindfulness helps us stay present, even during tough times. When we breathe deeply and focus on the moment, we can reduce anxiety and find calm. This clarity helps us see challenges more clearly and respond wisely. Another important aspect of resilience is community. While we may be striving to achieve our goals alone, reaching out for support is vital. Sharing our struggles with others can lighten the burden. Friends, family, or even mentors can provide encouragement and perspective. Remember, you are not alone in your journey. Self-compassion also plays a crucial role in building resilience. It's easy to be hard on ourselves when things go wrong. Instead of criticizing ourselves, we should practice kindness. Remind yourself that it's okay to struggle. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend in need. When facing a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This simple question shifts our focus from despair to growth. Each setback can teach us important lessons about our strengths, weaknesses, and values. By embracing these lessons, we can emerge stronger and more equipped for future challenges. Resilience is not just about bouncing back, it's about bouncing forward. This means using our experiences to propel us into new opportunities. For instance, after overcoming a personal challenge, we may find ourselves more determined to pursue our dreams. This newfound strength can lead to greater achievements. In summary, cultivating resilience is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, practice, and a willingness to face our fears. But every time we confront a challenge with an open heart, we grow stronger. So the next time you face a storm in life, remember that you have the power to bend, adapt, and thrive. Your journey of resilience is a testament to your strength and spirit. Embrace it, the art of letting go. My dear listener, have you ever noticed how tightly we hold on to things in life? Our ideas, our expectations, our fears, and even our past. These things can cling to us like heavy weights. We often don't realize it, but this constant holding on is what stops us from moving forward. Today, I want to talk to you about something simple yet powerful, the art of letting go. You may ask, why should I let go of something that feels so important to me? That's a fair question, and one that many people struggle with. We often believe that by holding on, we stay in control. But is that really true? Think of a fist tightly clenched around something. How much effort it takes to keep that grip, and how limited your hand becomes because it's so busy holding on. Now imagine your hand is open, relaxed, free. You can do so much more with an open hand than a closed fist, right? Letting go isn't about giving up or losing something. It's about creating space for new experiences, new possibilities, and a sense of peace. It's about freeing yourself from the burdens that you carry around, so you can focus on what truly matters. One of the most challenging things to let go of is our expectations. We all have ideas about how life should go, how people should act, and how things should turn out. When reality doesn't match our expectations, we feel frustrated, angry, or disappointed. But what if, instead of clinging to those expectations, we simply allowed things to unfold as they are? This doesn't mean we stop trying or give up on our goals. It means we learn to accept the process, even when it takes a different path than we imagined. Buddhism teaches us about impermanence, that everything in life is constantly changing. Nothing stays the same forever, no matter how much we want it to. Our emotions, relationships, and situations are all fluid. By understanding and accepting this, we can find peace in the flow of life. Letting go becomes easier when we realize that holding on tightly doesn't stop change from happening. It only causes us more pain when things inevitably shift. Let's talk about fear. Fear is something we all face, whether it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of losing what we have. But fear often comes from trying to control things we can't control. We think, if I hold on tightly enough, Maybe I can keep bad things from happening. But this isn't how life works. The more we try to control everything, the more stressed and anxious we become. Imagine being on a small boat in the middle of a river. If you try to control the flow of the water, it's impossible. You can't stop the current. But if you relax, let go of the oars, and allow the river to carry you, the journey becomes much smoother. The same is true for life. We can't control every wave, every twist and turn, but we can control how we respond to it. By letting go of our need to control, we find peace. Letting go is also about forgiving ourselves and others. We all make mistakes. We all have regrets. Sometimes we hold on to guilt or resentment for years, thinking that it will somehow protect us from being hurt again. But carrying these heavy emotions only weighs us down. By letting go of past wrongs, we free ourselves from that burden. We allow ourselves to move forward with a lighter heart. It's important to remember that letting go doesn't happen overnight. It's a practice, something we have to work on little by little. Start by noticing the things you're holding on to, the thoughts, the fears, the grudges. Acknowledge them without judgment, and then gently start to release them. You might not be able to let go completely at first, and that's okay. With time, it gets easier. Let's talk about a common example, letting go of the past. We've all experienced moments in life that didn't go the way we wanted. Maybe it was a failed relationship, a missed opportunity, or a mistake we made. We replay these moments in our heads, wishing we could change them. But the truth is, the past is gone. It no longer exists except in our minds. By holding on to it, we're only keeping ourselves stuck. Letting go of the past allows us to fully live in the present, where real change and growth can happen. Another area where letting go can be transformative is in our relationships. We often hold on to ideas of how people should behave or how they should treat us. But the more we try to control others, the more frustrated we become. Letting go means allowing people to be who they are, not who we want them to be. This doesn't mean we accept mistreatment or neglect our own boundaries. It means we stop trying to mold others into our expectations and start accepting them for who they are. Letting go also applies to our achievements and failures. Many people cling to their successes or dwell on their failures, defining themselves by what they've accomplished or not accomplished. But these things don't define who we are. They are just moments in time, not the full picture. Letting go of our attachment to success or failure allows us to keep moving forward without being weighed down by the pressure to always be perfect or the fear of making mistakes. You see, the art of letting go is not about forgetting or ignoring the challenges we face. It's about recognizing that we can't control everything, and that's okay. By loosening our grip, we allow ourselves to flow with life instead of resisting it. We create room for growth, for peace, and for new opportunities. It's a skill we can all learn, and the more we practice, the more we'll experience the freedom that comes with it. As we draw closer to the end of this discussion, take a moment to reflect. What are you holding on to that you could let go of? Is it a fear, a grudge, an expectation, or a regret? Imagine what it would feel like to release that burden and walk forward with a lighter heart. Remember, letting go is an act of courage. It takes strength to release what we've been holding on to, but in doing so, we open ourselves to a life of greater peace and clarity. And that, my dear listener, is the true art of letting go. Achieving greatness, real-life examples. Listen closely. Today, I will share stories with you. Simple stories that show how ordinary people can do extraordinary things alone. These are not tales of legends or mythical beings, but of real individuals, just like you and me, who learned to unlock the greatness within themselves. They did not start with power, fame, or resources. They started with one simple thing: belief in themselves. Let me begin with a man named Hiroshi. Hiroshi grew up in a small village in Japan. He was an ordinary man, working as a farmer. His family lived off the land, and life was not always easy. One day, a terrible storm destroyed his crops. His family was devastated. They had nothing left to sell, nothing to eat. Many people in the village said it was impossible for him to recover. They said he should leave the farm, find another job, and forget about his dreams. But Hiroshi did not listen. He believed that he could rebuild. So, he started again, from scratch, with nothing but a handful of seeds. Every day, he worked the land, caring for it as if it were his own child. It was hard, lonely work. His hands bled, his back ached, and yet he kept going. He didn't ask for help, not because he was proud, but because he knew that if he could succeed alone, he would grow stronger. And in time, he did succeed. His farm not only recovered, but it flourished. People from all over came to see how he had done it. His secret? He believed in himself when no one else did. Hiroshi's story teaches us something important. Greatness is not about wealth, status, or being admired by others. It is about persistence, about taking one small step after another, even when the path seems long and the end is nowhere in sight. It is about having faith in yourself when the world says you can't do it. Now, let me tell you another story. This one is about Mei, a young woman from China. Mei was born in a small fishing village. From a young age, she loved to paint, but her family was poor, and they told her that painting would not help them survive. Mei had to help her parents with the fishing business. Every day, she worked from dawn to dusk, her hands rough from pulling in nets, her body tired from the weight of the day. But in her heart, she dreamed of colors, shapes, and the beauty she could create with her brush. One day, Mei decided that she would follow her passion, even if no one else believed in her dream. She saved every penny she could, bought some paints, and began to paint at night. After her long hours of work, she painted when she was exhausted, when she could barely keep her eyes open, but she painted because it made her feel alive. Her paintings were simple at first, but over time, they became more beautiful, more detailed. Years passed, and Mei never stopped painting. One day, a traveler from the city came to her village and saw her work. He was amazed by the depth and emotion in her art. He bought every painting she had and offered to take her work to the city. Mei's paintings became famous, not because she sought fame, but because she followed her heart, even when no one else understood her passion. She achieved greatness because she never gave up, even when the world seemed to stand in her way. Mei's story reminds us that greatness comes from within. It is not about seeking approval from others or trying to impress the world. It is about doing what you love, even if it means walking a path alone. It is about believing that your dream, no matter how small it seems, is worth pursuing. Now, I ask you to reflect on these stories. Think about your own life. Are there challenges you face that seem impossible? Do you have a dream that others say is too difficult to achieve alone? Look inside yourself. You are stronger than you think. Let's take a moment to talk about one more person, Anand. Anand was from India, a man of humble beginnings. He had always wanted to become a teacher, but his village was too poor to support a school. Everyone told him that he should leave, go to the city, and find work there. But Anand loved his village. He loved the people, the land, the simple way of life. So, instead of leaving, he decided to bring education to his village. Anand built a small school with his own hands. He found old books, scraps of paper, and bits of chalk. It wasn't much, but it was enough to start teaching the children of the village. At first, only a few came, but slowly, word spread. Soon, more children began to arrive, and the little school grew. Anand taught every day, from morning to night. He taught the children to read, to write, to dream of a future beyond the fields and the small village they had always known. Years later, one of Anand's students became a doctor, another became a scientist, and many others found success in ways they had never imagined. And they all credited Anand, the man who believed that one person could make a difference, even in a small, forgotten place. He achieved greatness not by seeking fame, but by doing what he knew was right, by helping others grow. You see, greatness is not about the size of the achievement. It's not about how many people know your name or how many awards you win. True greatness comes from within. It comes from the quiet determination to keep going, even when the road is difficult, even when you must walk it alone. These stories, Hiroshi's, Mei's, and Anand's, are not just tales of the past. They are lessons for us all. They show us that no matter where we come from, no matter what obstacles we face, we can achieve greatness if we believe in ourselves. Whether you are trying to build something, create something, or change something in your life, remember that the journey begins with a single step. As you walk your path, remember that it is okay to be alone. Sometimes, the greatest strength comes from solitude. It is in those quiet moments, when the world seems distant, that we can hear the voice within us, guiding us toward our true purpose. You have everything you need to achieve greatness. The power is within you, waiting to be discovered. So, take that first step, even if it feels small. Keep going, even when the road is tough. And remember, you are not truly alone. Conclusion: your journey awaits. The journey we've traveled together. You have come so far, and now, we arrive at the point where we reflect on what has been learned and what lies ahead. But before we continue, pause for a moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Let this moment be clear. You've walked the path alone in your mind, and though the world may seem vast, your heart carries all the strength you need. Now, reflect on the path of those who have gone before you. The great thinkers, the spiritual leaders, the ordinary people who did extraordinary things. They achieved their impossible not because they were born with some special gift, but because they discovered one deep truth. The answers were always within them. This truth is also within you. Imagine a quiet, calm lake. When the water is still, it reflects everything around it: the trees, the sky, the clouds. It's only when the water is disturbed, when it is chaotic and turbulent, that the reflection is broken. Our minds are much the same. When our thoughts are scattered, when we are full of doubt and fear, we cannot see clearly. But when we calm our thoughts, when we focus on the present moment, the reflection of who we truly are becomes crystal clear. Now, consider your journey. It may have felt difficult. At times, you may have doubted yourself. But what if every step, every challenge, every solitary moment has been leading you toward a deeper understanding? When you achieve something on your own, without leaning on others, you strengthen not just your body, but your spirit. The great philosophers, like the Buddha, taught that the greatest strength comes from within. In Buddhism, there is a teaching that speaks of the middle way, which reminds us not to go to extremes, but to find balance in everything we do. When you walk the path alone, you learn to find that balance, to not depend too much on external support or validation. To achieve something alone does not mean you are isolated. It means you are connected to a deeper part of yourself. Think of the tree that stands tall in the wind. Its roots go deep into the earth, grounding it, keeping it strong. Its leaves sway in the wind, bending but not breaking. The tree is alone in its place, but it is also deeply connected to the earth. You, too, are grounded in your own wisdom, in your own strength. This is what makes it possible to achieve things others may say are impossible. In this journey of achieving something alone, you've likely discovered moments of silence. These are not empty spaces, they are full of potential. Silence, after all, is the foundation of all things. In silence, the mind can hear its own wisdom. Many people fill their lives with noise, endless distractions, opinions from others, the rush of daily life. But in the stillness, that's where the real answers lie. The more you listen to that silence, the more you will hear your inner voice, guiding you toward your true path. But here is the secret: the journey is never really alone. While you may walk your path without relying on others for every step, the universe is always with you. Every breath, every heartbeat is a reminder that you are part of something greater. In Buddhism, this interconnectedness is called dependent origination. It means that everything is connected, that nothing exists in isolation. Even though you may accomplish your goals alone, you are always supported by the world around you. The air you breathe, the ground beneath your feet, the wisdom of those who have come before you. These are your silent companions on the path. Let's return to the idea of challenges. It's easy to think of them as obstacles, but what if they are opportunities? What if each challenge is a chance to grow, to learn more about yourself? In life, the impossible only becomes possible when we embrace the lessons that come with struggle. The great spiritual teachings often tell us that suffering is a teacher. The Buddha himself spoke of the Four Noble Truths, which begin with the understanding that life contains suffering. But it's not the suffering that defines us, it's how we respond to it. You may have faced moments where giving up seemed easier, but remember, the path of least resistance rarely leads to the greatest reward. When you choose to persevere, to keep walking despite the hardships, you are not just achieving a goal. You are becoming someone who is unshakable, someone who knows their true strength. That is the real achievement. Not just doing the impossible, but becoming the person who can do it. Think of the lotus flower. It grows in muddy waters, yet it blooms pure and beautiful. The lotus is a symbol of spiritual awakening in Buddhism. It teaches us that, even in the most difficult circumstances, we have the potential to rise above and blossom. Your journey, your challenges, are like the muddy waters, and you, through your strength, can bloom like the lotus, untouched by the difficulties around you. Now, as you look ahead to the rest of your journey, remember that the road does not end here. In fact, this is only the beginning. The impossible things you achieve alone are just the first steps in a much larger adventure. Each new goal, each new challenge, is an opportunity to continue growing. And with every achievement, you deepen your understanding of yourself and the world. You might ask, what comes next? The answer is simple. More discovery, more growth, more learning. Life is a continuous cycle of challenges and victories, of learning and unlearning. The more you walk this path, the more you realize that there is no final destination. The journey itself is the reward. So, take a deep breath. You have come this far, and there is so much more ahead. You are not the same person you were when you started this journey. You are stronger, wiser, and more connected to the inner power that has always been within you. As you continue on your path, remember these simple truths. You are capable of more than you know, the answers are within you, and the journey is as important as the destination. Embrace the challenges, cherish the moments of silence, and always remember that you are never truly alone. Your journey awaits, and it is full of endless possibilities.